All right. So I wanted to revisit the part about how to actually set up a model. I've made a video before how to sign and how to close, but I want to make a video on how to actually set them up. Because I'm assuming when you're starting out your agency, if you're anything like me, you put all your attention into learning how to sign a model, and when you finally close it, everything on the back end, your files, your filing, your finances is all a bit of a shit fuck. So I want to show you just a kind of a simple way using just a few different tools, how to make sure or you got all your ducks in a row on the back end. So
Hey, I'm Bjorn from your OFM.com, owner of the OnlyFans Empire, an OnlyFans management agency managing girls in the top 1% from all over the world, completely remotely. No office, hence the different hotel rooms and all my different videos. Check us out at yourofempire.com or at yourofempire on all major social media platforms. But for now, let's get back to the video.
first of all, you have closed the girl. So these are two methods that I propose, one or the other. You've closed the girl. Now, back when I made this, I used to close via email. But now I have updated this to close by using a Google Doc. So now I upload a contract. I preach about this in my other videos, but I make sure not to show too much information on this. So yeah, look, you can get that address, but that will be deleted once this video airs. So that's why I log into different browsers that don't have any bookmarks or anything, because you can't be too careful. So yeah, so the other way that I have mentioned before, as opposed to closing girl via email. So this is the part where she's interested, and you've pretty much got her on the hook, and then you want to sign. I used to refer to them to email and then close via email, but now I've removed that part and just close via Google Doc. So this is what I mean. Where is it? So I've got a shitload of things open. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what I mean by that. You upload your contract to Google Docs and then you share it. You copy that link, make sure you allow access to anyone that has the link, and then you paste that link in the Instagram DMs or wherever you're talking to this girl, and then she can sign it in there. She doesn't even have to save it or download it or anything. She simply just signs it, exits, it will automatically save, and then you can open that file back up on your computer, save it to your computer, and you have a contract. So once you've done that, this is the part. So I've got a shitload of things open. This is the part where you're going to start setting up. So what I do is I have an onboarding email. I've since switched. So this is assuming that you're closing via Instagram DMs. I'm fortunate enough now where we've established ourselves to the point where models now apply and, models come to us. So I've designed a totally separate email. So if you are generating model leads through other sources, like through a website or something, then this would be a response that I would suggest. But we're going to assume that you're new and you're still outreaching. So I will actually just close that one. So this would be the email that I sent. So you have closed them, that you've got the signed contract, and now you're going to send this, all right? So this would be congrats, welcome to the team. So this is the email that you're going to send, the onboarding email. Congrats, welcome to the team. Attach the welcome letter, minimum content requirements. I don't know if I've got that open. So you'll attach this, a welcome letter. By the way, this is all in the Empire forums. I'm not trying to take the piss. Yeah, everything is. So this would be one of the things. You attach the email, welcome letter. Just goes through the content, counts and payouts, how it all works, marketing, the types of promotion to get them to do on their end. Because, we promote, but if they already have a social media presence, might as well push them to do what they can on their end. So you'll attach the welcome letter. Not sure what the minimum content requirements one is. I'm not sure, but it's self-explanatory. So you'll attach wait, where did I say it? Yeah, the minimum content requirements. That just shows the minimum amount of content that you need each week from them. As I've said in another video, you need to give guidelines to the girls, because if you leave it to them, they will just be willy-nilly half-assed. But I notice from experience they work a lot better if you have rules set in place and guidelines, so they can go, okay, I haven't matched the quota for this week, so I better produce some more content and then upload accordingly, instead of leaving it all up in the air. So So these are two things I attach to this onboarding email, the welcome letter and the minimum content requirements. Now, this just talks about how the welcome letter will give you a rundown on creating good content, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll also link to, oh, I'm not sure if I had it open. Damn, I thought I had it open. I will quickly just cut this part out and I'll skip to the part where I'll show the folder setup. I want to cut this part out where I go searching because, as I said, I don't want anyone to see all the shit I got going on because you can't be too careful. So now we'll just cut to the part where the folder's open. Now, heyo, there it is. So this is the folder. Now, the folder you will actually upload to Google Drive is this one here. You'll rename it to whatever their name is. And inside you'll have where the invoices go. So then you'll already have a template in there. These are the screenshots. So what I do, whenever I invoice a model, I send a screenshot of the earnings revenue for that month along with it. So that's where the invoices go. OF stories, just in case you want to get creative with Photoshop and get some OF stories going. I can't say we use that a whole lot. Any promotional contents, in case you want to get creative. I've actually just pre-filled it with just any old images because when you upload empty folders to Google Drive, they vanish. So just any ones that actually don't have any content in them at the moment, I've just pre-filled with like your agency logo or something. This is pretty easy to replicate. Just so when you upload to Google Drive, it stays intact as is. So you got the invoices, OF stories, promotional content if you're going to do that, and then raw. So I upload this whole folder to Google Drive because I want to, you want to back up everything. But the only folder that you give the model access to is this folder here, raw. Now inside you will already have some categories laid out for them, just to make it easy to sort because you don't want to have everything just a shit fuck in in one folder. The more you can sort it out, the easier it is to go through when you use. Because you'll notice when you use images for more than one purpose, for example, you might use safe work photos in Reddit, Tinder, and then other social media. You want to keep track of it. So I normally number all the images and then I'll put like an R for Reddit and then it'll be followed by whatever category of subreddits I post to. So if it's like SFW, it'll be like RS, and then kinky will be like RK, and then if I've used it for Tinder, it'll be like RS, RKT. That sounds super. When you get to the echelons of agency, you'll know what I mean. You need to start getting pretty pretty good with your organization skills. But for now, this will do. So you want to make sure that it's categorized. And the best thing about this is because you link this folder here to the Google Drive, the girl can categorize it themselves. So when they upload content, they'll go, oh, I've got videos. I'll put it in the videos folder. And then when you go to access it, you know where to find everything. So this is the whole folder I upload to Google Drive. Earlier I was looking for that minimum content requirements. This is here. So I actually just have this whole folder. So when we get a new model, I open up this folder. I go, right, I need to send the onboarding email and I need to attach that and that. And then that's after you've already closed. So that will be the saved one. And then that will go inside there once it's signed. So you have a copy of it. You got to be careful. So that will all go to Google Drive. So when I talk about the Google Drive link in the onboarding email, when I talk about the Google Drive link, it is the link to the raw folder. So you went on in Google Drive, you'll right click and you'll share just the raw folder and then you'll add the model's email address so they can see it and they can access it and fill it and whatever. So in this onboarding email here, that is the link that you'll paste there. Also, this is the part where you ask them for their OnlyFans login and all the socials, just the usernames for the socials so you can add them to your database that I'm going to show you in a sec. And then it just goes through saying how to get started. In order to get started, just upload all the inventory you have now, including some social media stuff so we can get your dating app farm sorted. So that's the onboarding email. So that goes to the client. The client will send back all your relevant details. Now, what do you do with all those details? You put them in your database. So this is a master spreadsheet. This is actually the one I use. So I've hidden half of it. I've hidden all the models' names, and I won't be clicking on any of these because that has everything. So you'll notice when you start creating a fuckload of different social media accounts, Reddit accounts, all these phones, stuff like that, you'll start having your own like tabs like this. So why not just all have it created from the get-go? And yeah, you guessed it. Oh, I'm not sure if I uploaded this to the forum yet. Not yet, but I will. I'll be uploading it soon. Um, it'll be an empty database, and this covers everything. So what I normally do, so this is a blank model. So you have your new clients. You'll input all the relevant information. So you'll put when it's commenced, the day you're going to invoice her, active, blah blah, date of birth, in case you want to know for when you create Tinder Bumble accounts, how to set the age or whatever. Why not? OnlyFans, if she already has a free and or paid username, password, and then the proxy IP address that you'll be using to access it inside the Incogniton browser or Dolphin Ansi or whatever you use. We use Incogniton. Then you want to list all her personal accounts for future reference. So email, there's a link tree, Insta, all the stuff that she already has. And then these are the created accounts. Why are there multiple spaces for each account? Well, because if you've been doing this a little while, or even if you're new, you'll know that a lot of what we do is black hat shit, so accounts get banned. So you'll be creating multiples of everything. But for now, when you've got a new client, just create one of everything. So, a link tree, because you want to create the basic funnel for your dating apps. So that involves an Instagram, a Snapchat, link tree, etc. And then you'll dive into Reddit and TikTok. Then FetLife, I was trialing that out, never really took off, but I left an option there anyway. And then other. And now this is where the money happens. So each month you will log in all the revenue. This will be the total revenue. So, you've got the subscriptions, tips. I've matched it to financial year. So from July to July. You note all the net revenue on OnlyFans. So on OnlyFans, you'll have your revenue, and then you'll see OnlyFans cut, then the net revenue. You note down the net revenue in these columns. So subscription tips, blah, blah, blah. Why do we go that far and note all this down? Well, because you want to see progress. You want to see where you're lacking, where you're dropping off, or whatever. Oh, there you go. I have this from an old sub. So there you go. Some subs there. That was a little while. Oh, yeah, a few months. Oh, yeah, I remember her. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, you want to note down the subs, referrals, blah blah blah, and then you'll have this automatically in the spreadsheet. It automatically does it all for you. So you'll see it's already got the. By the way, I did all this myself because I'm a fucking massive nerd geek, which is half the reason why I got into this. So to save you some trouble, you'll probably want this actual template. It will fucking help. I promise you, it will help, especially when you start getting multiple pieces. When you start getting multiple things happening at once, when you start having a few different wheels turning in your business. I could have explained a better metaphor, but when you start having a few pieces moving, you will be thankful for this spreadsheet. Now, there's another thing I've automated, which you'll be extra thankful for. So yeah, so you'll note down all the earnings. This will automatically calculate the net revenue. So you're 50%, assuming you're going to split half. And then whatever country you're based in. I'm primarily based in Australia. So this, luckily for us, it all gets converted to AUD. So OnlyFans works with the USD and then times that by 1.5, and then you got USD. So bloody Yahoo. There you go. Conversion rate's currently 150. I think. I don't know. I kind of just whipped this up today. We cleared some old shit out just to show you an example. Yeah, and then you want the accumulative total and net income. That's just, you want to be thorough. And then a copy of her Google Drive link so you can see where it has access to. Now, the cool thing about this is right at the end here, whereas this will be your accumulative total. Where is it? Net income accumulative. This one? So this would be the net accumulative total of all the earnings that this model has earned over the year. And then what will happen here is, I think I've put it here, it's invisible. This will, I can't remember what this calculates. Oh yeah, this calculates the total USD. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of relevant, but it'll be in the template anyway. So this calculates the USD. So there'll be a number generated here. And what happens is this number feeds into earnings. So in the earnings, I won't show that because that's the actual one we use. But there will be an empty version of this on the forum. So the earnings has your incomings and outgoings, so you can see what you're spending versus what's coming in. And the earnings is where you list all the models. Now, for each model, you have their name and you'll have all the incomings. Now, instead of typing that manually, I've made it so that this number here, I'm pointing to it like you can see me pointing. I made it so that this number here, which is the cumulative net total USD, feeds into the earnings and then works it all out from that. So I made sure the earnings will show the net total and then our cut, and then it matches that up with the outgoings, because at the end of the day, you want to see how much you're making, right? And then that's it. You're ready to go. So the model's going to respond. She's going to give you all of her primary socials, OnlyFans logins, and then you get to work. That's what I should have done. Oh well, I'll just explain it. And then once she's given you all the information you need, that's when you'll set up a browser profile for her, for their OnlyFans with a proxy IP. And once you've got that browser profile set up, then if you use VAs, chatters, or whatever, then you just give the VAs permission to access whatever group that browser profile is in. So you'll create a group for in incognito. I don't know, open it because show all our shit. But yeah, inside incognito, you'll create a new group, which will be the model's name, and that's where you'll have the different browsers for like the Reddit accounts, social media, OnlyFans. And yeah, and then you'll give your VAs or chatters, whatever ones you want to use that account, permission to access that group. So then the VAs, whatever you're using them for, whether it's Reddit or chatting, whatever, they can access all of like the OnlyFans, the Reddit, whatever, from their end with their login information. And yeah, so that's it. If you want me to go over anything else, or if you have any questions, throw them in the comments and I'll get to it. And yeah, I'll say one more time, the Empire Forums, link in the description. It really does have fucking everything. It's like all the good courses you've seen put together. But yeah, this template will be there shortly. So if you like my videos, go smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you on another video.